Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you are all having a great day. To start things off, you may have noticed earlier today the market fell. A lot of people were trying to figure out why. I told you that I looked for news and there was nothing that was actually showing up on any of the Bitcoin news or even the Google searches, trying to figure out what was happening in the market. After a couple of hours, a lot of articles have started to flow out, and this is what people are saying. I believe one more than the other, but I'll get to that in a second. So the Mt. Gox trustee, who was tasked to sell about 200,000 Bitcoin after the bankruptcy of the now defunct crypto exchange Mt. Gox, is suspected to have dumped around 8,000 Bitcoin on the cryptocurrency market. As CCN reported yesterday, CNBC's Fast Money contributor and BKCM founder Brian Kelly stated that the entrance of major financial institutions and banks into cryptocurrency market could allow the cryptocurrency market to surge in value and cryptocurrencies to be considered as an emerging asset class, which we've heard so many times over the last couple of weeks. Currently, Kelly stated that cryptocurrencies are bearer instruments and it is difficult for institutional money to flow into the market. Following the logic of Kelly, the cryptocurrency market is very volatile and its daily volume is relatively low compared to other traditional assets and markets like NASDAQ and gold. As such, the movements of funds of less than $1 billion could drastically impact the market and the rates of cryptocurrencies, especially if large amounts of Bitcoin are sold on public cryptocurrency exchanges. Over the past few months, despite the criticism from the cryptocurrency market, the Mt. Gox trustee has continued to sell massive chunks of Bitcoin on cryptocurrency exchanges, even after acknowledging that the sell-off of tens of thousands of Bitcoin can easily move the market that is already highly volatile. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. I honestly don't know. Especially, we had news before that he was not supposed to sell until around September, that he was supposed to go before a court and they would then advise him on exactly what should happen with the coins that he is holding. Today, on May 11th, various reports have suggested that the recent price dip of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies was triggered by the sell-off of Mt. Gox coins. 4 wallets of the Mt. Gox trustee moved around 2,000 Bitcoins each, sending over 8,000 Bitcoin in total over the past 24 hours. Considering that the Mt. Gox trustee was asked to sell over 200,000 Bitcoin and converted to Japanese yen by local financial authorities, it is evident that any external movement of the Mt. Gox trustee's funds likely mean that they are being sold on cryptocurrency exchanges. Like I said, not exactly sure what, I mean, to be fair, this is his job. I have a feeling he does not have a place in the market, so I don't think he actually cares. I think what it comes down to is that he is just doing what he is being told to do and kind of nothing else. But it also comes down to that people are also following these wallets now. They know exactly when funds are being moved. So even if he did sell these things over the counter, meaning through some type of private sale that did not enter the cryptocurrency market and or exchanges, when the funds do start to move, there are websites that talk about that these funds are on the move and it causes a large amount of panic within the market. Who knows if he actually sold, if they were sold over the counter. But the fact remains that this is probably going to happen for a large amount of time. I don't think anyone has spoken to this guy and told him, hey, maybe just do private sales. Like I said, I do not think that he cares. This, for me personally, makes a bit more sense as to why the market could have been affected. And I will get into the second thing in 1 second. So there's news that one of the largest exchanges in South Korea, Upbit, has been investigated by police. Upbit, South Korea's largest cryptocurrency exchange, is being investigated by local police and 10 investigators for alleged fraud. Local news outlet Chosun reports today on May 11th. Upbit is a crypto-only exchange run by a subsidiary of Korean tech giant Kakao and currently the 4th largest crypto exchange globally by 24-hour trading volume. Chosun reports that police believe the exchange has faked its balance sheets and deceived investors. South Korea's Financial Supervisory Commission, the FSC, reportedly sent 10 investigators to the exchange's headquarters in Seoul at 10 a.m. this morning and will access the company's computer system to audit the exchange's virtual currency holdings. Multiple crypto commentators on social media have suggested that the news is already impacting crypto markets, with many of the top 100 coins down today by over 15%. So this is something that, could logically have an effect on the market. If it did, I would be very sad, simply because this is, we've seen in the past before, when it comes to any type of drama with a cryptocurrency exchange or like someone selling crypto on the street, if they get taken in, if cops raid the place, why would the market react to that? This upbit is not Bitcoin. It's not Ethereum. It's not Litecoin. So, not even getting into the fact that when Bitcoin drops, everything else drops. I see this more as a catalyst for a price drop, potentially hundreds of millions of dollars moving around that could, be flushed into the market. That I see. This probably has some sort of effect on it, especially if it shook and or scared people in the South Korean market into believing that their money could have been affected. I kind of get that. I just wish this market was a bit more logical, because it's kind of getting to the point. I don't know. Maybe we've gotten to the point where we've had so much fear in the market and so much uncertainty that anything that is negative kind of ends up rattling the tree and shaking everything from it. I don't know or if we will ever get to a place where everyone will kind of just calm down, because you wouldn't fear for your money that's inside of a bank if another bank on the other side of the world had their money stolen. None of this seems logical. Like I said, I believe more in this story than this one. But like I said, this market is completely illogical. Nothing really makes sense anymore. And a lot of people were also saying, I was reading around the people that traders were just taking profits. I don't think personally, that unless there's like some gigantic trader email that's going around, like a group email that told everyone to sell at the exact same time, I don't think that millions of people around the world were all taking profits on the exact same hour. It seems more likely that the entire Mt. Gox thing has a lot more people scared than probably should be, but it kind of is what it is. I know it does not seem like it right now, but this is also part of the news. New research from Fundstrat Global Advisors places the Bitcoin price at around $36,000 by the end of 2019. This is according to co-founder Tom Lee. He said this sometime yesterday or today. I'm not exactly sure what day it is anymore. Analysis of the relationship between Bitcoin mining costs and price by Fundstrat's quantamental strategist Sam Doctor has led the market's research firm to predict the cryptocurrency's range will fall between $20,000 and $64,000 by the end of 2019. The price calculations focused on Bitcoin price to mining break-even cost metric known as P/BE, which Doctor says has proven a reliable long-term support level. This is a slight bit lower than we've seen from other people, especially by the end of 2019, especially with people talking about Bitcoin being over 1 million by 2020. I would be shocked if we don't get past 20,000 by the end of this year. And especially, I also think that 36,000 is kind of like a modest amount. I have a strong feeling that we're going to have a repeat of what happened at the end of last year. And if this does happen, it'll show that the cryptocurrency market has tons of, mimics itself every single year. I'm almost certain. Let's see if this actually happens around November, December. The prices will begin to spike once again. In the moment that we hit January, prices will start to fall back down. And this will lead to another panicked edition of, everyone talking about why exactly is the market down. I don't think 36,000 is high enough, especially for 2019. But we'll see. And it's interesting to see these price predictions constantly coming out as everyone is very excited to see what's going to happen in the market this year. Next up, so Bank of America is in the news, and I'll tell you exactly why I am talking about this. Bank of America doubled down on its decision to stopped customers buying Bitcoin with its credit cards on May 10th. The bank's official called cryptocurrency troubling, according to CNBC. Speaking to CNBC in an edition of the network's Squawk Box segment, Bank of America's CTO Kathy Bessant said cryptocurrencies are designed to be non-transparent and thus hinder banks' attempts to catch bad guys. As a payment system, I think it's troubling because the foundation of the banking system is the transparency between the sender and the receiver, and cryptocurrency is designed to be nothing of the sort. In fact, it's designed to be not transparent, she told the program. You may have noticed over the last couple of days and or weeks, we have had a clash of news between banks who have come forward saying that they are going to start accepting cryptocurrency, start opening up crypto accounts, have been into cryptocurrencies, or are trying to create their own crypto exchanges. And we've also no news from JP Morgan Chase. Think about that, because JP Morgan was very adamant about how much they hated cryptocurrencies just about a couple of months ago. Now we're seeing the last couple, in my opinion, we're seeing the last couple of banks that are kind of the last bit of resistance. The ones who banned crypto purchases with credit cards the last couple of months, they're kind of doubling down. These are also some of the largest banks in the entire world. I was talking with a friend about this a couple of days ago. We were texting and we were talking about how people like Warren Buffett and all these other higher up people they're so used to a world where they control everything. They have for 200-300 years, give or take how long the current-ish banking system has been around. And the fact that something has come out 9 years ago that's going to destroy all of that, that's going to completely crumble everything that they've made, is absolutely terrifying. And I need you to take a step back for a second and really think about this. Imagine if you and your family had made billions of dollars off the backs of other people over the last generations, or 200 years, give or take. And someone came along, was in their basement, wrote a computer code for something that was a digital coin. Other people around the world started catching on to this, and you realized that you were going to lose your position of power in the world. This is the way that I kind of see it, and this is the way that I'm sure a lot of other people also see it. We're reaching the point where fear is starting to set in, and this is why I think they're also careful exactly how they talk about cryptocurrencies now, because they know that other banks have gotten into and they have a relationship with these banks who are now joining into the cryptocurrency game. This is why they're calling it troubling, and they're talking about trying to catch the bad guys. It's no more talking about, remember there was a long talk for months about people who were into cryptocurrency. They were drug dealers, they got prostitutes, they did this, they were completely immoral. But now they're talking about catching bad guys, and they find the cryptocurrency troubling. It's a change of words. It's a change of attitude, because I'm sure Bank of America is also desperately looking into how to get into the cryptocurrency market, because it's been predicted by so many people, even people who are in the banking system, who have been on CNBC, on CNN, all these other places. They're talking about the banks and the countries that get into this last will have the hardest time getting into it, because everyone will have taken all the crypto for themselves, will have all the ideas, will have all the best minds of crypto in their countries, and then these are the kind of banks that will eventually fade into obscurity as time goes on. I think it's very interesting when they are trying so hard at this point, and it's kind of evident cryptocurrencies are part of our lives, and I think we're still going to be shocked exactly how much they will be, more so over the next 10 years. But always look out for articles like this. Look at what they say and how they talk about cryptocurrencies and how their stance will change, because let's see, about a year, give it 12 months. Let's see if we still have new articles from Bank of America, and let's see exactly what they're saying about cryptocurrencies, because I'm pretty sure at some point they're going to also mimic exactly what JP Morgan Chase said, and they're going to be like, yeah, maybe, we should get into this revolution because our customers have been asking for it. How many times have we heard that over the last couple of weeks? Right, continuing on. This is important because a lot of people have been commenting about losing their money over the last couple of weeks or months. A lot of scams out there. Electrum, the popular Bitcoin wallet, has released proof that a copycat wallet is stealing users' Bitcoins. According to Electrum, the malicious knockoff known as Electrum Pro is designed with malware to hijack private seed keys. The platform is urging users to be wary of the fake Bitcoin storage service. The development team at Electrum has since been trying to alert users to the possibility that Electrum Pro is a fake. According to Electrum, the counterfeit platform has been cloning its brand image, even going so far as to creating a website of the .com domain. In the interest of security, we would not link to that website, thank goodness. However, the official Electrum site is on the .com.org domain. Electrum also alleges that the knockoff platform has been claiming to be a fork of the Electrum project. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this at all, but please, I see a lot of people in the comment section who are new to the channel, are new to cryptocurrencies. They're constantly asking what wallets are the best, and I've seen some people throw out to use Electrum. So please make sure that you have not downloaded Electrum Pro. There are so many copycats of wallets and all these other things who are trying to get people's cryptocurrencies. There was a website a couple of weeks ago that told people that they were giving them an online wallet, and the wallet had the same exact address for every single cryptocurrency wallet, and people were using it, and it was all going to the same exact wallet, which were the people who were stealing the cryptocurrency. So make sure to watch out where you are putting your money. Next up, Huawei Technologies, a Chinese multinational communications technology company, has announced that mobile phone users will be able to download Bitcoin wallets on new Huawei devices starting Friday, Bloomberg reported on May 10th. Huawei is releasing BTC.com's Bitcoin wallet in its app gallery store, which will be pre-installed on all new Huawei smartphones, which is crazy, according to Alejandro de la Torre, who is vice president of business operations at BTC.com. It will reportedly be the first digital currency app offered on Huawei devices. Access to apps like BTC, I'm so used to saying Bitcoin whenever I see these letters, BTC.com's is limited in China as the government blocks Android Google Play Store and some parts of Apple's App Store. While Chinese authorities shut down cryptocurrency exchanges and banned ICOs, people can still own cryptocurrency, De La Torre told Bloomberg. It's a good opportunity to tap into the Chinese market. The use of cashless payments with apps is very big, and the traditional banking system is lacking. So there's a good use case for crypto payments to grow there. In March, it was reported that Huawei is planning to develop a smartphone that will support decentralized apps running on blockchain technology. Last year, Huawei shipped, etc., etc., I'm not going to really talk about that. What's important about this is I was watching a video recently, and it's something that for some reason didn't click in my head, and I don't know why. It was a video about which is better, Ethereum or EOS, and that aside, it was talking about decentralized apps and their future usage. A lot of people are looking forward to dApps simply because they want the next CryptoKitties, they want the next this. People are talking about Everpedia, which I believe will be built on top of EOS, which is a decentralized Wikipedia. And people are talking about other things that will be very important as we go forward. And what completely slipped my mind is that if you had never heard of China's, the Great Firewall, I think it's called, China and Russia and many other countries have a huge lock on exactly what information can enter their country and sometimes even what can get out. So the things that are being developed on these major platforms like Ethereum, like EOS, when it comes to dApps, are going to be apps that cannot be hacked and or blocked by the Chinese government or Russia government, simply because they are decentralized and no one can control the servers. And the only way to shut down this information will be to literally cut off the internet itself in the entire country. I don't think we realize how big the blockchain and how big cryptocurrencies will actually become, simply because this is going to revolutionize the way that we can pass around information. So many things are blocked in China. You cannot use them. You cannot download them. So what happens when you have something that does not have a centralized server, that does not have a centralized place, that is located over millions of places around the world, and these people finally have access to this type of information? It's going to completely revolutionize the world. Like, okay, first of all, this is cool news because they're going to have Bitcoin wallets pre-installed on something inside of China, and we know that China is having a hard time getting into cryptocurrency since the bans and stuff like that. But the fact that it will also be able to use dApps, it's kind of like they're kind of going through the back door trying to help people. And I think this is kind of cool, at least, I don't know, maybe just me. To finish things off, Ethereum is in the news. The world's first regulated Ethereum futures will soon begin trading on UK cryptocurrency trading platform Crypto Facilities. The London-based firm, which is regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, on Friday announced that it will list an Ethereum futures contract, providing institutional investors with the ability to go long or short on the price of Ether without the regulatory and custodial risks associated with trading the underlying asset. The contracts will begin trading at 4 p.m. UK time. Crypto Facilities chief executive Timo Schläfer said in a statement that he believes the presence of regulated futures will bring more liquidity to Ethereum, which is already the world's second largest cryptocurrency by market cap. It is left to be seen if this will have a positive or negative effect on the price of Ethereum. There are a lot of people who do not care for the Bitcoin futures platforms that we have out there because it is believed, or especially we have news from the Fed that it actually did affect the price of Bitcoin after it hit 20,000. And this leads to more news or thoughts about crypto price manipulation. I'm hoping that this does not happen to Ethereum. There are a lot of other futures contracts. I think there's one for Ripple that's also in the works and stuff like that. So there's a lot of, they're so busy trying to get into cryptocurrencies without touching cryptocurrencies. It's kind of a bother. But this is still major news that's floating around, especially because Ethereum is the #2 coin. So let's see exactly what this does for the market as we move along. And it's also interesting to note, last thing, the market is down, but for some reason, BitConnect is still up by almost 4%. I guess you can't win them all. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are, wherever you might be, whatever you might be doing. Thank you once again for all of the support. I appreciate it more than you know. Let's hope all of this news gets better over the next couple of, I was going to say days, let's say hours. Let's hope by the end of the day we're back at 9,000. Let's hope everyone kind of gets it together and that we have some good news as we go into next week. Thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you all soon. See you.